I'm more attracted to steel than women.
Yeah.
Like when you become a skateboarder, there is no ego.
Oh, yeah.
I love taking those knobs off.
I do,
skate
yeah.
stopping.
Thank you guys for tuning in.
Welcome to Seager Storytime. We're your hosts, Mattson, Case, and Elliott, and we're the co-founders of Seager Company.
Here we go.
That's
Here
what
it
it
is. Thanks for coming in.
That's all it takes.
It's all, here we are to talk for
I know.
5 hours.
5 hours straight. I hope you peed.
They're
I
actually
did.
You locked the door.
I
there
peed
are
a few
some
times.
5-hour podcasts. It's fucking
Yeah,
crazy.
for sure.
Like
Really?
Sean Ryan. You know
Sometimes
Sean
they cut
Ryan?
him
Is there
in
5?
two, though.
He's got. I just listened to one that's 5 hours. Like, how the fuck do you do that?
His are insane.
Obviously,
Too. Well, he does a lot of breaks,
You listen
though.
to it.
Yeah, I was
sounds
going to
like.
say, and
Yeah.
you,
Well,
which is
I-
awesome.
Yeah.
God damn.
It took me like 5 different times to
Yeah.
listen to it, but yeah, like pausing it.
Listen to it, soak it in,
Yep.
think about it.
His are
Listen to it
wild,
again.
dude. I don't
Yeah.
know if you've
For 5
heard of that,
hours.
dude. His are like...
I wake up at 9 a.m. and I listen for 5 hours straight, and then I go to bed and then wake up again and do it again.
There's definitely people who
Spend
do
your
that.
whole day.
I've had days where I've done that with forensic files.
Whoa.
like
Like a
online
podcast one?
or
Just
the show.
just the show, yeah.
Okay, yeah.
And then
I thought you meant just like
and then I go
online
into like
version.
Is that your
wonder
favorite show?
like
Sounds like it.
I do love true crime, yeah.
Yeah.
I like the
Law and
forensics
Order?
behind it all.
Oh yeah.
Oh, okay.
Law and Order is cool, you know.
Okay.
Law and Order,
were you a-
SVU, Marathon.
Yeah, like
Right.
I like the idea of like we found a fiber,
Yeah.
and it
It's always
was
cum, too.
microscopic size, and there's always
It's
jizz.
always coming.
Yeah.
It's always like there's cum everywhere. Like, okay,
Yeah.
got him. Found him.
Is Forensic File the one where it's like the genius guy that figures out all the cases?
Well, it's
Or-
it's it's
don't
not. It's strictly about the forensics of
Okay.
solving the mystery of a case with no suspect. You know.
Are there
And
actors in it, or is it like a real?
I mean, they acted out,
documentary
but
style?
Peter
it's like
Thomas is
dramatized.
reading facts.
Oh,
You know?
gotcha.
So you do learn a lot, like luminol. Like you
I don't know
spray
what that
that
is.
chemical on like this rug, and it'll reveal like
Oh, God.
blood or jizz. Yeah.
Just a bunch of cum in
That
here.
would be actually
There's probably a
interesting
bunch
to
of
do.
jizz in here for sure.
Because this carpet was before our time too, so I'd be curious what went down.
I mean, there might be a big blood
Yeah.
thing. I mean, it looks relatively new.
That's
but
why we actually put this rug
clean
down
up in
over the
here.
rug.
yeah.
There's just a dead body.
Yeah, last person that
Right?
did it successfully do a podcast.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, that's crazy.
Where'd you drive in from today?
I drove in from Long Beach.
Nice.
Yeah,
Classic.
lived there for about 10, maybe 12 years.
Hell yeah.
Time's kind of irrelevant because my days are based on when the sun comes up and goes down. So,
Your circadian rhythm is impeccable then.
yeah,
That's what you want.
yeah.
Damn.
Do you ever watch?
No.
Dang.
I mean, I got my.
He's got a sundial.
I got
bro,
my
in his
phone.
backyard.
Dial.
Yeah.
Born and raised in Yonkers.
Well, I was born in Yonkers. I lived there till I was 3.
Okay.
And then family issues. Dad was super abusive, and it just wasn't the spot for me or for my mom. I'm raised by my mom with 2 other siblings, and so we just spontaneously packed up and left with my grandma
Nice.
and moved to Colorado.
Hell
So since I was
Hell yeah.
3, I was raised in Colorado,
What part of Colorado?
Denver.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
It's a sick spot.
In like the city part, or
in,
where?
in the city part, yeah, the west side. So, Colfax and Federal, like
Yeah.
right where it
Yeah.
branches off right there. Yeah,
Cool.
When you say got up and left, like you guys just hopped in a car. And,
we Houdini'd on them. Yeah,
damn.
we just fucking pieced out. You
Yeah.
know,
Yeah.
super bad person. So,
Have
and it
you-
gets the plot thickens as
Oh,
well.
really?
So
Whoa.
it gets gnarly.
I was gonna
yeah.
say, like, have you caught up since, or like, got word or anything?
There was a time I was about 18 years old, and around that time is when I started traveling for skateboarding, and going on my first tours and stuff like that, and getting photos and magazines and interviews, and it was like I was starting to come up, and my mom, this might have been like the 4th house that we moved in because it's all like government living. So like Section 8's like, oh, this place isn't taking Section 8 anymore, so we'd have to find a new place that accepted Section 8. So I mean, we were always constantly moving.
Yeah.
And this house in particular, I remember because we had to leave because the foundation of it was like crumbling, you know?
Oh, really?
Like you could drop like a marble on one side of the ground and it would just go straight to the center of the floor. Like it was just caving in.
Sinking.
But around that time, we were getting this random phone call from a New York area code. And my mom had to pretty much be like, hey, so there's this phone number calling, and I know it's kind of weird, but it's your dad.
Heavy.
And this is actually even the craziest part is when I was in 4th grade, I got called to the principal's office where they had told me my dad had died.
Oh wow.
You know,
Wow.
so I get to the principal's office and they're like, "Hey, David," like little old me just like trotting along, and they're like, "Your dad actually passed away, and if you need to go home, it's okay."
Yeah.
And I
The
was like,
principal was telling you this.
"Yeah," and I was like, "I didn't know the dude. Like, I just want to go back and play with my homie Lester. You know, like." We were in like a thick conversation, and I was trying to like get to the end of it, and then here I am. So fast forward time, and I'm 18, traveling, getting photos and content and whatever. And this number's calling us. My mom has to reveal that it's my dad. And at the time, it was like I only know bad about him. I know that he was abusive. I know that I got thrown once.
Wow.
That I'm familiar with. You know, I have like a scar on my eyebrow from it.
Wow.
But then it's like, at some point, you have to hold no grudges and accept that whatever had happened was for the better of how you would grow up and the person that you will become. And I mean, you could take it either way. You can go down like the dark path where you just like follow your dad's footsteps.
It's after the chains.
Yeah. And I usually take everything as a positive or try to dissect most things that are negative. I try to pull a positive from it. And in this situation, I was just like, what I need to do is talk to this man, because the positive side of it is I'm here now. You know, he gave me life. So I talked to him, and I pretty much was just like, hey, whatever happened, like, it's all good. Like, but I meet so many people, and I don't need another stranger in my life. So I'd rather just leave it at this and just let you know that, like, whatever happened, all good, but I don't want to know you. You know.
Mm-hmm. Did you ever ask or figure out like why you were told that in 4th grade?
Yeah.
So
that too.
I brought it up a couple times to her. Like, it took me some courage to be able to like try to confront your mom.
Yeah,
you know?
totally.
Yeah.
But another positive out of this is she was doing it to protect me. You know. So in my mind, I'm like, all right, did she set this up? Like, did she call the principal's office and pretty much say, hey, I have some bad news, but David's father actually passed away. Like, you know,
Just to give you closure or something?
just so I don't seek this person that
Yeah,
was bad energy.
Yeah, that's an
And that's just my theory.
Yeah.
And I've asked her about it. I was like, because I made up this like whole elaborate like scenario where it was like she called to protect me from like seeking this person and like getting close to him, and he's like manipulative and all these crazy things. So she set this up so that I wouldn't seek that person. And I've asked her, and I mean, moms are clever, you know.
Yeah, very clever.
She'll just like say some shit and then like just kind of trot along, and so in my head, I'd like to think that she did that to protect me, and it only made me a stronger person. And then obviously as time went on, he found our number and, you know, probably Rolodex or fucking Yellow Pages or something, you know.
I was gonna ask,
That's
like,
crazy.
did you take his last name? Like, is his last name Reyes?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I'm a junior.
Oh, wow.
I have his whole name.
Wow.
Dang.
I don't
So,
need his friendship or anything, you know.
Right.
It's just like, I got your goddamn name.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, so that I was curious, like, how could he find you? But I guess if you're like,
I mean,
getting published and
when you're a crazy person, like, you're good at things, and finding people is like one of the
Forensic
things.
files.
Like straight up forensic files.
Straight up.
So
Yeah.
maybe that's why I'm so intrigued with that. You know.
honestly,
do you think
maybe.
there's a possibility that he saw your like you blowing up in skateboarding and was like, that's my name? Is that my son?
That's my theory.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah, I mean, if you're getting in magazines and
Yeah.
starting to get out there in the world.
And it only gets crazier, you know. So it's like, dude lives in Florida now or something, and I guess I have like 13 brothers or sisters that I've never met, you know.
13.
Yeah. So
That
when I
DMX.
moved to Colorado, I have 3 siblings. So when we moved from New York, I had 2 siblings. My older sister and I have the same dad. My brother has a different dad, and then my youngest sister, who was born in Colorado. So yeah, there's a group of us. So one mom raising all of us, and like I said, Section 8 living, like food stamps, the whole bit. And that's still a thing. Like, she still is on disability in Colorado. You know, I visit often.
Yeah.
So
Did you grow up and like start skating? Because that board is Colorado as well.
yeah,
So
yeah.
Did
So
you recently move to Long Beach, or how long ago was that?
it was about 10 plus years ago
Okay,
I moved
gotcha.
out here. Only because at the time it was an obligation to be here to pursue anything.
Yeah.
You know, now it's like you have social media and stuff. You
Yeah,
can
you
kind of just be wherever the hell you want
Exactly.
and in hopes that someone sees your video that you posted of you, like, I don't know, pogoing or something.
It's crazy that Long Beach is such a skate hub.
It's such a mecca.
Like,
Yeah.
obviously, Justin moved from NorCal to Long Beach
Yeah.
just to, like, pursue skating, you know?
Yeah.
So I feel like everyone kind of does that.
The thing with this board and everything is me being from Colorado and raised in Denver, my life started there. So anything and everything that I do is for Colorado. And also, you don't forget where you come from.
Yeah.
And the whole purpose of me making things that resemble Colorado in my heart, like a Coors Banquet,
Yeah.
you know, you can't be a professional from Colorado and not have a Coors board,
Exactly.
you know?
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah. And also, like, I like banquets.
Yeah.
I wasn't drinking Coors Light,
Yeah.
you know? But the thing is like, my life began, it started over, and it began. All my memories are from Colorado. I have vague memories from New York, but they could be dreams, you know? Like,
Yeah.
looking
3
up
years
at
old.
buildings,
Yeah, I mean, up to
like
3,
being
that's
like
pretty
pushed
young.
down like a stroller. Like, I remember like very weird snippets that make me feel like, was that real or is that a dream?
I'm assuming you've been like on a skate trip or something out back east, right? And kind of like,
You'll feel a zap.
yeah. Do you
Yeah.
like? Have you kind of done that and kind of been around where you were born? You know, have you done that trip?
I've been relatively close,
Okay.
and I tried to, like, I had a moment where I was trying to figure out, like, I really wanted to, the times I've been to New York, I've felt this connection because at the end of the day, that's where it all began.
Yeah.
You know, I was like, my first breath was there. And
Yeah.
so I started to want to, like, find the doctor that delivered me and give him like
Yeah.
a thank you note, you know,
Yeah,
like I
yeah.
started trying to do all these things, but then it got deeper to where I wanted to see some good photos from like me with my dad and like with that side of the family, because like the whole side of that family I have no idea about,
Yeah.
you know, and like that's the Puerto Rican side. So I have like Puerto Rican in me, and that's where it comes from, is my dad's side. So I started doing all this research, and I was just like, I want to find good photos, and I found a comment on a Tampa it was a Tampa Am contest, and it was like, I'm your dad's sister, blah blah blah. So I always remembered that,
Oh.
and I seeked that person out when I was going through this weird phase in my life, and I got a couple cool photos, but then I got like some weird photo that just kind of like, I was like, all right, I'm done with this situation, you know? Like, some things are better left unknown.
Yeah.
And in that situation, it was like, I was removed from this situation because of this exact reason. And also, you have so many, and I'm being vague because I don't want to throw them under the bus, and I feel like it's a bit inappropriate.
Yeah.
But it's also, you're removed from certain situations in your life for the better.
Yeah.
And also, all of their problems will now become my problems.
Yeah.
Like, I already have like my mom that I help out a lot, and
Yeah.
I have siblings, and that, you know, I don't need any other.
Yeah.
I don't need a
You got a
whole
full
another
plate.
13 brothers and sisters
Yeah.
that I have to attend to, and not to be selfish or anything, or not,
Yeah.
you know, like, we are blood, but
Yeah.
at the end of the day, it's like, I'm 34, man. I already have enough problems, you know,
Yeah, I
and
feel
life's
that.
going to continuously throw them at you. Why
Oh,
not?
yeah.
Why fill my plate up with a whole bunch more that are just like, I've opened my door willingly to accept these things
Yeah.
and try to dissect them. And
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a lot.
so that's the beginning.
Oh, really?
No.
Oh.
The beginning
I mean,
of
it's
his
the
of his
beginning of
life.
this. I mean, it always gets crazy. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, so you're in Long Beach now, and you kind of were talking about how Colorado is like where it's always in your heart. You know, like, do you see yourself ever moving back to Colorado? And kind of, like-
100%. Yeah.
Okay.
Like, at this moment in my life, I'm just a glimpse of hope for fellow skateboarders or artists or musicians or whoever need to know that it's like possible to, you know, come up from
Yeah.
these like middle state places, like small cities. Because
Yeah.
at the time, Denver was a small city.
Yeah.
And there might have been like one professional skateboarder out of there, and then you have the Denver Broncos,
Yeah.
you know? So it's like, so for me to come up out of there, it's like, I want to show where I'm from and let my my audience, my fans, I guess you could
Yeah.
say, know that that's where I'm from, because if I don't let anyone know, I can just be another person from California.
Yeah.
And it's like, that's not my blood, you know.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
I'm from Colorado. Like
Yeah.
I'm rooted there. Like the lifestyle is there, you know.
How did you get good at skateboarding in a place that's cold as fuck during the winters?
Basements.
Really?
Yeah.
Like just landing tricks in basements?
Just
or?
skating in the basement during winter, you know.
Sounds
You
loud
just-
as fuck.
It's loud as fuck, but like I said, I grew up in low income.
Yeah,
So it was
yeah.
like, it was always loud.
Yeah.
I
feel
could
that.
hear the neighbor getting his ass whooped for like trying to break into cars or something, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But back to your question about why Long Beach is such a hub and
Yeah.
mecca for skateboarding. It always goes through different parts of California. Like you had San Francisco at one point, then you had San Diego at one point, and then it was like LA, and then it just kind of made its way into Long Beach. One, it's affordable.
Yeah.
There's a break wall, so you could live next to the ocean, but it's not as expensive because surfing is trash there. You know,
Yeah.
you're not going to really be able to do it.
Yeah.
So I feel like it was cheaper. There wasn't much going on, and so to facilitate like trade shows and to like not spend $1 million to like
Yeah.
San Diego trade show, you know, or like, you know what I mean?
Do you think it has anything to do with maybe not one person, but like a group of people that are like, oh, let's go move to Long Beach, and then everyone sees that and wants to kind of follow
Like
that
a
trend?
Bones Brigade kind of.
Yeah.
I mean, for sure, you know,
Like it could be you and your crew. You know, everyone's like, oh, okay, I'm gonna start. going to
I
Long
would
Beach.
imagine it was because what brought me there was a couple friends came to Colorado on filming trips with other like board companies, and one of them hijacked my friend Angel, who
hijacked.
yeah, like also when I'm traveling in the beginning of like my career, I'm like 14, you know, and the first time I went to California I was 12. Like I just jumped
Yeah.
in a van and went.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it wasn't like we have candy in this van or puppies get in the van.
We
It was
have a
like I'm
skateboard.
willingly
Yeah.
going to get in this van because
Yeah.
you're going to California.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it was with a great friend of mine who's still around. I don't
Okay.
want it to sound like he had
Yeah.
passed. But and he still works within skating.
Oh, cool.
And I was also with my close friend Angel, who actually opened the gates for me of getting recognition, becoming a professional skateboarder, or like getting sponsored, and like
Yeah.
after that, it's like, all right, it's up to you now.
So you felt like you felt comfortable doing it. You're
I
like,
felt
okay.
comfortable, yeah.
You're with some homies.
Wait, what were you saying? I want to unpack that hijacked statement. What did
yeah,
that mean?
hijacked is.
All right, so he, so my friend Dave Huang, who's an extremely talented cinematographer, photographer, overall just person, fucking hilarious. He's got jokes for days. But he was the team manager for Etnies around this time, and this is also around the time when I met Scheckler, because he was on Etnies around that time, or
Sick.
still is. Angel was the one that was the better skateboarder out of our crew, and the loudest, and talked shit. Like, he's fucking great. I love him. He's
Yeah.
like the funniest person. Like, you can't really get too far if you're stale, you know, if you can't take
Yeah.
a joke or give one.
Yeah.
And he, Dave saw that, so they brought him with them along the rest of their tour, ending in California. And Dave actually lives in Long Beach, and that's like at the time, Long Beach was like the shit, you know. So like he lived there. He'd come back, tell us like what tricks people are doing. He was like the messenger, you know.
Sick.
And so I pretty much gained a relationship, or was able to build relationships with people from Long Beach, and I never realized how cool it was, because it is a small city, and it reminded me of Denver when I was like just starting to like skate through the city with him, and like it gave me that same feel. So it was like a nostalgic feel, but also affordable, on by the ocean, which I always wanted. And you're in the center, so I could go to LA, or I could go to Inland Empire, or
Yeah.
come down to San Clemente to
Yeah.
see you guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know? And so anyways, as Long Beach as I'm living there, like you start to see more people come and go. The older crew starts to like move out, and they start like getting into like different lines of work, and then out of nowhere they start doing the trade show agenda in Long Beach. And I feel like that's when people started to realize how cool of a city Long Beach is. And there was like a great flood. Like it would be like this one dude from Texas just moved here and he's super cool, and then it's like a fucking fleet of people from Texas now live here. You know? So like it went from one person to like there's 30 people from Texas here.
Damn.
And then it went like, oh, this one person moved over here from Atlanta. Boom, now there's 30 more people from Atlanta. And then before you know it, it's like New Balance is in Long Beach, like one of their hubs. And then you got like these other companies like, you know. So
Agenda brought the brands, and the brands brought the people.
I feel like Agenda brought, it like brought Long Beach up as far as like, this is a fucking badass city. You know?
Damn, that's cool.
Yeah.
Do you have a shoe sponsor right now?
I just get America stuff.
Okay,
Yeah.
got it.
Not like official or anything, but yeah.
You just mentioned New Balance. Are they pretty big in the skate scene?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they're big.
I mean, you gotta have balance to skate, you know.
Yeah.
I don't think I've seen
But can
New
you have
Balance,
New Balance
skate shoes.
Yeah.
I think it's
Old
like Old
Balance.
Balance only. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, those Velcro ones are pretty badass.
Oh.
The old dog ones.
Yeah.
I don't know if I know those ones.
I have
Yeah, I
seen
don't know
those.
We gotta pull that up.
Yeah. But I mean, they make great shoes, and
Yeah, they are nice.
you know,
Is America kind of like the top shoe in the skate world still?
as far as cooler shoes go, sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
What, I mean,
always my favorite.
what's cooler? Is there anything cooler?
In my opinion, I'm from that era of skating.
Yeah.
So to me, I think America's the best.
Yeah.
You know?
That's my favorite.
What's like second best?
What about Osiris? Remember that?
Osiris is sick.
Osiris.
I had a Osiris box I kept forever.
Yeah.
Big old
Do you
chunky
remember?
one.
Was it the Nike ones that like were indestructible?
Yeah, they made some crazy ones.
Yeah.
Like that was when they like came back,
Yeah.
you know, into skating.
I skated with those and they were not indestructible. They got holes. in
I'm
them.
gonna go and say
hard.
you have
That's because you skate
America,
I know, I
and I'm
ripped.
just being biased. They give me shoes.
Yeah.
I love everyone over there, and like it's a nostalgic company for me.
Yeah.
Because the green tint and growing up and they only had the best skateboarders on the team.
Yeah,
you know.
they're sick.
So I mean, every company has its perks, but you know, you have like your Nikes and Converse and New Balance. It's like a different genre of shoe company for skateboarding. You
Yeah.
know?
So
Those are pretty
So
sick.
you ride, would
good
it be
ones.
technically you ride flow for them? Is that
I'm technically Flow.
okay?
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Professional
because you're
professional
and
professional.
flow.
Yeah,
But see, that's
I
the
don't
thing
see
that's
that-
weird with skateboarding
Yeah.
now. It's like, if you want to build, and I'm not like dogging on anyone, but it's like, if you want to build a core scene, because that's what everyone's trying to do.
Uh-huh.
You know, they're like, oh, we got to get back to the core roots.
Yeah.
We're going to do this with like the mom and pop skate shop
Yeah.
because we want to
Whoa.
show we support and that we're cooler.
Dylan.
To-
What? That is Dylan.
It looks just like
What
me.
the heck?
Sorry,
yeah,
I didn't mean to
that
cut you
part's
off.
amazing.
I didn't mean to
So it's like, if you want to like actually be like that, then like show us and like be about it. Like put people on that are, and pay them,
Yeah.
and like that are fucking core, that are
Yeah.
that are in the trenches, you know,
Yeah.
like that are actually street skateboarders and aren't on like the commercial side of skating.
Yeah, skate got so big, right? I mean,
It got oversaturated,
Yeah.
and the standard went down because it became like a people want to just have fun, you know.
Yeah.
And sure, it is fun, but like I remember growing up and being like, one day I hope to be as good as Heath Kirchart. You know, like,
Yeah.
oh man,
Yeah.
to lip slide like a 20 stair rail, I want to know how that feels.
that's insane.
You know what I mean? And then like I think at some point kids just started to like get intimidated by that, and it kind of made them like dumb their skating down. And then companies started to invest in that type of skating because it's what they see and it's what's trending and blah blah blah.
Yeah.
But it's like I will not dumb down what I do
Yeah.
ever,
Yeah.
because it's like if you're gonna do something, you might as well go all fucking full gun ho and do it
Yeah.
right with the standard.
Yeah. Have you seen the Tony Hawk documentary? I think it's called like Tell the Wheels Roll Off or Tell the Wheels Fall Off.
I can't remember. Yeah.
I think it came out like a year ago. I just watched it this weekend.
Yeah.
It's really good, but it just reminded me they were saying like skateboarding's always in trends. Like it basically has gone up and down for the
Yeah.
past 30 years.
This is a downtrend, but
Are we in a downtrend right now?
it's a downtrend
Okay.
for sure, and it's definitely like coming up. Like you were just playing like Dakota Servold's part, and I mean you watch that part, and you watch like Jamie Foy put out a part last year, and then like you have like there's like sprinkled parts throughout last year, and then there's like this year I feel like the standard's going back up. Like most of the projects that have come out this year, I feel like there's like really good skating in it.
Yeah.
it's not just like half-ass bullshit. You know?
How can you tell that that's like down but coming up? Like, what do you notice in the skate?
I notice more companies investing in people that aren't pushing the bar.
Gotcha.
And people that aren't really like doing it, but they're in it. You know, these companies are investing in that, and I'm like, fucking hats off to you guys. Like, but also you're like, what about the standard of skateboarding, the quality of footage? You know, like like how are you gonna inspire? Like, I don't know. I can't tell what inspires anyone. Only thing that I can do is inspire the people that I am aiming to inspire.
Be yourself and
that's Colorado. I just want people from like these like middle states to know like you got it.
Yeah,
you
that's
know?
awesome. So what is the progression of skateboarding? Because obviously there's only like I'm not saying there's only so much you can do on a board, but like there's things that people have done that have just blown people's minds. Like what excites you now as a professional and like something that makes skateboarding better?
Oh well,
like when someone puts a part out.
I've always just liked like if you're gonna flip into a rail, don't just like tap it. Like I like skateboarding is so it's poetry and it's such an art form, and like you don't need to do the craziest things into like a frontside blunt slide because there's form already. It's like a beautiful trick. There's like that's what I feel like good progression is. So it's like holding tricks for a long time, like grinds on like big rails, but like there's form and there's like the landscaping of the spot is beautiful. Like there's brick, there's like bright red colors, and then there's like these cool looking trees, and like I like that, like spots that are going to be aesthetically pleasing, but also like you are stepping up the bar, because it's like so and so never did that trick, or so and so was the first to do that trick on a double kink or a triple kink.
Right. Yeah, that makes sense.
So to me, that kind of skating excites me, but watching my friends, I just talking to myself, watching my friends push their limits and become better skateboarders. That's like what motivates me. So like if I'm gonna watch a video of someone that I have no idea of, but I can see that like what they're doing is like they're aware of what they're doing. You know what I mean? Like they're like strategically thinking of like or choosing certain spots that are like that is a beautiful spot.
Yeah.
And the way he did that trick, so much form.
Yeah, you can get creative with the spot, and you can get creative with the trick, and
on that left.
I get that. That makes sense. I'm thinking on of it like as like a surfer's perspective. It's like you get excited, but you've seen the same thing, like the same wave over and over again.
Yeah.
And but then someone just does something that looks a little bit more stylish, or the wave looks a little bit different that day, or maybe they do a trick that's never been done on it before. But definitely, I'm like getting to the point where I've seen enough surf videos where I'm like, okay, I need something new.
Yeah.
But so I was just curious.
That's what's cool with street skating, right? Because there's even areas like I'm sure there's like I'm sure there's so many spots that haven't been.
There are so many spots.
Right, there's probably countries where people haven't even gone to. You know what I mean?
For sure. I mean, even like little
Qatar.
cities outside of like little cities outside of like Barcelona.
Yeah,
like,
exactly. There's so much shit like that. It
but
sounds cool.
I prefer going to. I love the middle of the U.S.
Yeah,
it's like
seems
old
like a lot.
steel.
Yeah,
there's like old factories. Like everything's. I feel like there's like truth and heart and genuine souls in these areas.
Yeah.
And
just want to grind it.
I just want to grind it.
Just want to grind that.
I just want to grind that stuff, you know.
Do you when you're driving around? Do you just look at shit and you're just like, ooh, fuck.
Oh yeah.
You got it.
Yeah.
I want
It's
to
so
hit
fun.
that.
Like I'm more attracted to steel than women.
Wow, that's fucking awesome.
His
You know?
his 9 to 5, he wakes up, gets a coffee, and drives his car from 9 to 5 looking for spots.
Damn.
Looking
I mean,
for
yeah.
steel.
He's looking for
Honestly.
steel.
I do.
You should go to Pittsburgh, right?
Yeah.
Isn't it the steel capital of the world right there?
I'm going to Pittsburgh this year.
Are you?
Oh,
Yeah.
let's
There
go.
you go.
Yeah.
bro.
I'm going to Nebraska.
Damn.
I'm fucking hyped to go to Omaha. Haven't been there.
I've never been to Omaha either.
Yeah.
Dang.
So I'll be on the road for 2.5 months with like you guys know Braden Hoban.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Dakota and Leo and
Nice.
Sick.
Damn,
Yeah,
sounds
so
fun.
they've always done this, but like last year we did a 2.5 month trip, and you just get in a van and go. And
When is that trip happening
Awesome.
this year?
April 11th.
Nice.
Yeah, first stop is Utah, so Salt Lake City, and then we'll go to my hometown, Denver, and then Nebraska, Kansas City. I think we're going to Arkansas. We got Pittsburgh and
Dang.
So
Philly.
I'm assuming there's like multiple goals out of that. One, to make a film part.
and don't cry.
Okay, don't cry.
Yeah.
2, don't cry.
Yeah.
3, do you guys do like stops at skate shops or no?
Um,
Or is that old?
I mean,
stuff? Is that old school? Or do people
that's
still do
something that needs to come back. And obviously, like, you hear this a lot. It's like COVID changed everything, but
Yeah.
like in theory, it did.
Yeah.
As
Remember
far-
demos?
Like, yeah. So like
so sick.
bringing demos back and like actually interacting with the consumer at the
Yeah.
end of the day, but being genuine and not just being like, this person buys my shit. Like, everyone has a story to tell, and it's like, just listen and you can learn from them, you know?
Yeah.
So,
Let's get a demo going.
yeah,
Seager
Seager demo.
Somewhere on the stop,
Yeah.
especially if all you guys are together.
Well, it's
was
Braden's
thinking-
tour, so you have to talk to Braden about it.
okay.
Yeah.
I was
Talk
just
to
about to
her
ask
about
that. Who
boss.
comes up with like the trip and everything?
Well, first, I mean, it's kind of a group decision, you know?
Okay.
And then it's like, all right, well, who's going to pay for this shit?
Yeah.
You know? And luckily for us, it's Braden this time.
Hell
And last time, you know? And then, I mean,
what-
they've done these long trips, like, before I had joined them on them.
Let me depack that a little bit though. You mean so Braden is literally paying for it, or his
Well,
sponsors
Rockstar is.
are? Okay. So
Yeah.
they're
He's
like-
working on a Rockstar project, so,
Gotcha.
yeah.
So it's like he's decided like
He's got travel budget.
Got it. So
Yeah.
he's come out with a part kind of thing.
For sure, yeah.
Okay.
It's gonna be
and
fun.
Seager a little bit. Seager's paying for the tiny bit.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, huge
There's some
part.
crazy stuff happening
Yeah.
with him.
That's
He's
awesome.
going to have a big year.
Sick.
So.
That's sick.
But I mean, we've all been filming. Like Dakota just put out his project, and I mean, you watch that part and you see like all the unique spots, gnarly skating, gnarly spots, but there's something special about them, like overgrown grass
Yeah.
with
Yeah.
like a rail that's made out of like rebar, and it's like fully hand
that's
welded,
sick.
and it's in New Hampshire in the middle of fucking nowhere.
Yeah.
You know, like
Even in what we were watching, it was like a highlight reel or something of the edit, and it was just like him shooting and like playing. It's probably Leo playing music and just vibing. Like
yeah,
the interaction with the community, I think, is a really cool part of skating to me.
yeah,
You know, it kind of has to do with the landscape you were talking about, but like people who maybe aren't exposed to that high level of skating, who are just like, what the fuck? Like,
Yeah.
in Long Beach, they probably see it all the time.
I mean,
You know what I
in
mean?
California, you see it all the time.
Yeah, all the time. Like even we were in a class one time in college in San Diego, and we were on Instagram because we weren't paying attention, and
Yeah,
there
right.
was a live Instagram whatever video from what was it, Nija, and we're like, wait a minute, that's right outside the fucking class. So we just got up, dipped out, and boom, now we're just like watching fucking Nija.
Now you're at
Everyone's
the sesh.
running with him as he's skating.
You're all,
It
what
was
the
insane.
hell
I was
going
like,
on?
this is way better than class, but
Yeah.
That was
you're so
really that was specifically really weird. 'Cause
That was really weird.
I think he posted the Instagram and was like posted 1 minute ago and was like, that looks right outside of our class
Like,
door.
right outside.
Like yeah, we
Literally
literally
opened the door right
Opened the
there.
door and he's just skating. And I'm like, holy
yeah,
shit.
fuck yeah.
You like look up from your phone out the window, and he's just.
Pretty sick.
Yeah.
But you're so exposed to where, like, if you're in a certain part of, like, outside of Pittsburgh or something,
Yeah.
it could be some kid just blow his mind and he's just like, I'm fucking doing this, you know?
Yeah.
Also, I never saw professional skateboarders when I was in Denver.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Out here, it's just like, you go grocery shopping, you're, oh, there's Andrew Reynolds, he's getting some bread, and
Yeah.
oh, look, he drinks oat milk. You know what I mean? And then it's like, yeah, like you said, you see,
You're
you
so
have
exposed.
like the top skateboarder in the world skating out front of your school, and
Yeah.
you were able to go like watching
Trip.
for like it's
Insane.
Also, on the note of your van tour or whoever's
our tour, but
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
funded
Yeah.
by Braden.
so if Braden is funding it, what is his like? Why does he invite more people? Wouldn't he want to just like go hit it and like?
Seems like a stand-up comic, though. You want,
Sounds
like,
boring.
an opener?
Well, it
Nothing-
sounds boring. I know.
Nothing done with yourself is that exciting.
Yeah,
Unless,
for
you know.
sure.
Except yanking it.
And you know,
So that,
Yeah.
you guys all need to.
I was like, I don't know how to put
push each
this.
other.
this
Show you
industry,
full blown.
that's interesting to me because this industry just makes it seem like like it's supportive of each other instead of it being like a cutthroat, like I gotta land that trick before this other guy does it, kind of thing.
Healthy competition too. I feel
Because
like.
if
Yeah.
like he's inviting you guys out, you guys could be doing some shit that's better than his part. I'm not saying it's gonna happen, but
Yeah.
like
could.
you could that would.
And-
my ego would be like, I don't know if I want to, I want to like.
Yeah,
go
see,
do
that's
this
the
shit.
thing is you leave your ego.
Yeah.
You don't have like that's just gone.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
like when you become a skateboarder, there is no ego, and I mean there are some out there,
Yeah.
but like we don't count them. You
Yeah.
know,
You're just trying to
like,
support each other.
with our crew, it's we're going skating,
Yeah.
and we all are professionals, and we know what we can do, and we also know what each other can do. So at the end of the day, it's a tide raises all ships. We're trying to facilitate each other's careers. And if someone has a big ass travel budget and they're working on a project, that person knows that we're going to facilitate each other, we're going to push each other, and it's going to be an extremely productive trip.
Yeah.
But we're friends before this shit, you know?
Yeah.
Like, we don't just have small talk conversations. Like, we're talking about real deal shit, but we're also inspiring each other, and that motivates us and puts fuel to into our tanks to, like,
Hell yeah.
excel,
Yeah.
you know?
100%.
Fired up. Listen to
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah, because, like,
know.
if you do it alone, like, you have some momentum, you know? But it's easy to lose that momentum when you're by yourself, and it's so easy to get into like a dark spot, like place in your head, you know?
Yeah.
So when you're on those big trips, it's like nothing matters. Like what happened yesterday doesn't exist because it's in the past, and what happens tomorrow also doesn't exist because tomorrow's not promised and it's not here. The only thing that matters right now is now.
Mm-hmm.
And you start to build that like very present mind state on those trips. And you start to get like really deep within yourself, and you get to know yourself.
Mm-hmm.
You know your dislikes, you know what you like, and you have an opinion because you know what the fuck you're talking about. You're not just like, well, I saw on Instagram this. It's like, no, you did the research, you felt it, and you're able to express it from knowledge.
Totally.
Love that.
Yeah.
And that's what you get from being on the road for that long, you know?
Makes sense. Yeah, skaters are just like, I mean, Jeremy, Daniel Lutheran, we went on and Brian Hansen, we went camping up in Mammoth, and they immediately opened up. Like, it's crazy how raw skaters are. Like, outside of skating. Obviously, the skating's pretty insane, but outside of that, it's crazy how open and just, like, friendly and welcoming the skate community is.
Vulnerability is key, right?
Totally.
It's like,
it's wild.
I can easily just be like, yeah, it was supposed to rain today, guys. That's pretty sick. Yeah. You know, like, and so, you know, when's your birthdays?
Yeah.
Oh, Virgo, cool. You know what I mean? Like, we can go down that path, but
Totally.
it's like, I'm inspired by struggle and heartbreak and sadness, happiness, like
powerful emotions.
You know what I mean? It's like nothing greats come from a pure happy feeling, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Like poetry or like any of the art that you see, it's like usually pretty dark, but it's like the masterpiece, you know? Most video projects that have more heartfelt are the better ones.
Yeah.
The same Rocky Mountain water. The same brewing tradition that started in 1873 in Golden, Colorado. Because when you're a favorite beer of rock stars, smugglers, cowboys, and presidents, you don't compromise. That's our legacy. What do you want to go down in history for? Coors Banquet. Start your legacy.
It's almost like a reward for getting through a dark time. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it's not like what you should seek. You should almost seek like the upward momentum from a downfall. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because the peak is just a peak. Like, it's going to come down at some point. So
Everything comes down.
Yeah, exactly. So it's just getting better at rebounding.
And it's just, if everything was handed to you and it was easy, yourself, your character would be so bland.
Yeah. 100%.
You know? Like, there's no, like, trials and error. There was no, like, oh my God, I gotta fucking sell my car so that I can pay my rent. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, there is no, and then on the side of that, you're trying to like pursue this profession and this love for something that's given you nothing but pure joy.
Yeah.
And with anything, I mean, as a hobby, it starts out and then you get good at it and then it becomes like a profession. You become jaded towards it because now that's what's keeping you going.
Yeah,
you know, that's like what's paying the bills.
Gotta keep it fun.
So you need a
Peaks and
balance.
valleys.
Yeah.
You know, you need
Peaks
to
and
balance.
valleys.
Yeah,
Well,
peaks and valleys. So
On that note, this section is a Q&A. I don't know if you saw, I think you might have on Instagram, but we like to do a bit of a Q&A with just like a, what do you call it? Like, what do we call it? Call-ins or something like that. I don't know if we came up with a name yet, but people just from Instagram, friends.
Fans of yours that
Fans.
want to ask some questions.
that's my friend.
Justin.
I'm gonna go see him after this.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, he had a lot of good questions, to be honest. We probably
He's
have
all,
more
I
than one.
fired off on him.
This is a new surprise segment of ours.
Also, I was like, I hope they get one question.
Yeah,
Oh,
right.
we
know?
got-
we
we
get a
got
lot.
Because it is a
Yeah.
different audience, you know.
Oh, totally.
Like, you have the Seager audience, which is like hardworking, music, you know,
Yeah, yeah.
surfing and shit. So it's like to include skating into that, I was just like, I wonder if anyone actually gives a shit.
Right.
Oh yeah.
You know?
We got a lot of questions.
It's interesting
Yeah.
from our half, yeah, because it's like, yeah, all our guests and just our community is so diverse that like, you never know what people.
Which
are
is
gonna
what
ask.
you want
It's
in
exactly what
anything
we
that you
want.
do. Yeah.
Exactly. That's what we love about it. But
I'm gonna kick it off.
all right, kick it
I'm gonna
off.
kick it off. At Dane Berman, if skating was taken away from you tomorrow, what would you do?
It's like we could crack jokes and just be all dark. I would fucking kill myself, goddamn. But if professional skateboarding was taken away from me, or if I'm like my legs are ripped off,
Let's say your legs weren't ripped off, but
Yeah,
like
peg
skating,
legs.
skating was just gone from the world.
skating was gone.
Yeah, nobody skated anymore.
Art, poetry, writing,
Sick.
you know, music,
Oh, yeah.
music, like another creative thing,
Yeah,
because
express yourself.
that's how I am. I
feel
want to
that.
I want to express myself, and I want torture as well. You know, so it's like I want to struggle with something to be good at it. I want to be great at it, and I want to know it so that I can teach it.
What about like alpine skiing?
I'm down. Love those pines. Yeah.
Do you play a instrument right now?
I play guitar. Yeah.
Nice. Hell yeah.
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 Very cool.
Yeah.
I'm sure you guys jam out in the van a lot.
Private
doing
show.
Lego.
Yeah. Yeah. Private show. I'm
Yeah.
just
Yeah,
like-
yeah.
I usually sing naked, so
Oh,
yeah,
shit.
yeah.
Well,
Mattson usually does interpretive dancing too during music. So
And he's also naked.
I'm
we'll
also
play some
naked.
DMX in
Yeah.
the background
Hell
too.
yeah.
Yeah.
No. He's got
Naked is in like you're open
Yeah,
to
yeah.
talk everything.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
your mask is off, your shield is off,
Oh yeah.
you're
love it.
exposed.
Hands off.
Yeah.
Now you want to hit it?
Yeah.
No, you got it.
Okay. Another Dane Berman.
Wow.
2 for 2. If you put together a team for a brand that doesn't exist, who would be on the team?
Well, Dane Berman for
Yeah.
one would be on there. Leo Romero,
Okay.
Braden Hoban, Dakota
Okay.
Servold, Jeremy Liabres,
Damn. Okay.
Hell
There it is.
yeah.
The
And
power
yourself?
crew.
and myself.
Yeah, you got to be on that team. Come on.
See, that's the other thing is
Damn.
I always think for others, and I tend to forget to think for myself.
Yeah.
You know, I want to see everyone do well, so I facilitate these things,
Yeah.
forgetting that I also need to facilitate my life.
Yeah. Yeah.
Great quality as a friend right there.
It is a good
So-
quality, but you need both because they want you to do well
See,
too.
my heart is on my sleeve, you know.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
it's like with any situation, like I'm not sure if you were able to hear me or if I was talking too high, but I want everything to be heard, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's like if I'm going to do anything, I want to include my friends, and that's what we do as skateboarders or you know, musicians. They want to like play with so and so, or they see this person has potential, so they bring them on.
Yeah.
And that's how it is in skating, and it's like we facilitate each other, and it's a selfless thing.
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We only want to
beautiful.
see our friends do great, and we only want to see how great we can do together.
So that crew that you just put together, was that because they're your like closest boys, or
They're my friends, and I know their work ethic.
Yeah.
You know, like they're not gonna bullshit,
Yeah.
and they're gonna. We all take care of each other. I'll bring them water. They don't have to ask. Like, this spot needs to be fixed. I'll fix the spot, or so and so will fix the spot for me. You know, it's like
cool.
where there's a lot of moving parts to make things work.
Yeah.
And the list of people that I just listed off always applies something, and that's how that's how it works. That's how like we get shit done.
Do you think there's a lot of other, like, I don't even know what I would call that. I guess teams. Like you guys are like a crew. Are there a lot of other crews that have that same mentality? in
We're the
skating?
gnarliest
You're the gnarliest.
for sure.
Okay.
Yeah, like there's a couple people sprinkled out there, but like
Yeah.
we're we're like real skateboarders.
Yeah. I feel
Like
that.
we're not having people fix our shit for us. Like we're doing it ourselves.
Yeah.
You know,
That's cool.
and we're gonna get in a van and travel to find those spots.
Yeah.
For 2.5 months.
How nasty does that shit get by the end? The van. Are you sleeping in it, or are you getting hotel?
No, we get like hotels and
Oh,
everything.
okay, so it's-
we're like designer trash. Is how I like to think about it.
Okay.
You know, we're like
Like
a
easy.
Louis bag that has a blemish and it's thrown in the dumpster. You know.
I feel that.
Yeah.
I
Hell
feel
yeah.
that.
All right, another one from Dane Berman. You're
3
doing
for
a
3.
Great job,
You
Dane.
must have asked some good questions.
Shout out
Yeah, he did.
Dane.
He asked
Yeah.
a lot.
He had,
I was like, I
10.
really hope like I was wondering. I was talking to Justin and I was like, do the boys do like research, like send him my 9 Club, like let him get to like
Yeah,
know
yeah.
me a little bit or something? And he's like, yeah.
I like to do a little bit, but I also don't want to be like, I don't want to hear everything
Yeah.
and then feel like weird for asking you 'cause I already know.
But also asking like questions that have already been answered to.
Exactly.
You know?
Yeah.
Exactly.
I was
And that's
listening-
why I was like, references, here you go. I mean,
Yeah.
I did my research on you guys.
Oh
you know?
shit! What's my favorite color?
Green.
Oh, it's close.
Well, it's
red.
yellow, but
It's red.
oh damn.
Well, it's actually.
Well, actually, it's red.
Yeah, I was just joking.
Your favorite color is red. You can add that.
Yeah.
I was listening to your 9 Club, and the whole 777 thing was sick to me. That stood out to me, and I have a tattoo that's 777 on me. So I was
Jackpot,
like,
baby.
okay, let's
Yeah.
go. Let's go.
What does your tat say on your arm?
Live to burn.
Okay, I got it.
Got it when I was like 17 or I think it was like I might have been 15 actually
Oh
Damn,
at Tampa Am.
crazy.
damn. I love
Tampa
Blaze
Am.
Foley too, by the way.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
sure.
my friend Casson makes these shirts.
Oh, really? That's
a
Yeah,
sick
bootleg
shirt.
Union.
Does he
Nice.
still sell them? I will buy
He
one.
does, yeah.
Fuck yeah. I'm
And
gonna look that up.
he has like some dope. Like I wore this Towns Van Zant shirt till it
Sick.
like disintegrated off my body.
He made that too.
He made that,
What's
yeah.
it called again? You said?
Bootleg Union.
Bootleg Union.
Hell yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Remembering that.
And he's not like overdoing it. You don't
Yeah.
see like that anywhere on here.
Yeah, yeah.
And he does it all. You know,
Does
he
he
does it
give it-
himself.
Does he give any like credit to the artist, or is he just?
It's all
bootleg,
his.
bro. It's bootleg.
Bootleg.
dog.
Bootleg.
Like
Yeah.
he does it all.
Yeah.
But like
he
the
does.
artist gonna like be like, what the fuck, man? Why are you selling my shit?
Well, Blaze is.
Yeah, if they
on,
could
dude.
find him.
Blaze is.
Yeah, and it's not like he's big. It's literally out of his garage.
Yeah.
He's got
Yeah.
shell companies, bro. They're on
Yeah.
your-
Yeah. He's got shell.
that's awesome.
I mean, he's worked with a couple people that he was like, I can't believe this person was down
yeah.
to like join me on this.
Right.
You know.
That's
Hell yeah.
cool.
Dang.
All
All
right,
right. Well,
hit it.
here's this one from Dane. Dane.
Dane, Dane,
Other
Dane.
people did ask questions. We just really liked his
He had some
questions,
good
so
ones.
that's why we chose these. But
Good questions make a good podcast.
Exactly.
true.
Yeah.
So
true.
5 dream sponsors. No silly jokes. Be for reals. From Dane.
Well, first, Toyota.
Oh.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Damn.
Toyota.
Let's
Okay.
get fucking let's get some
Toyota.
trucks and shit.
Yeah.
We'll start off there.
Hell yeah.
I mean, Whole Foods would be sick.
There you
Wow.
go.
But then again, it's like, fuck Jeff Bezos, you know.
Yeah. Right.
So it's like
that.
I'd rather be sponsored by, I don't know. You need a grocery shop.
You need a
sponsor. It'd be
grocery
sick.
shop.
Has that ever happened?
Mean Williams had some partnership with Whole Foods.
No kidding.
Okay, so that's
Yeah.
the
I
thing.
feel like Target too. Target sponsors
would be
action
awesome,
sports for
yeah.
a little bit.
Okay,
Target's
but,
cool,
but
but
you
they're
just
food.
named 2 sponsors that
Aren't
could,
skate.
could be a little silly. Let's go with no
No,
silly.
those are
That's
practical.
specific.
Those
That's
are
specific.
practical.
Toyota is not silly.
Yeah.
Practical?
That is practical.
Yeah, you have
I
a
mean,
truck.
I'm
Pretty
saying
much.
in the skate world, no one's sponsored by Toyota.
Well,
Yet.
this could just be
Yes.
not
Yet.
even Toyota. It could just
Dream
be my
sponsors.
likeliness, you know.
Right.
Dream sponsor.
There's some
Dave,
cracks
I'm trying
to
to
be-
help you, bro.
There's some cracks that could be filled with this. Toyota, it'd be sick to get like a credit card sponsor, like Amex or something. You know? These are real.
These are practical.
I get a car
You-
or a
you're looking
truck.
for shelter, food, and like the basic needs of life.
Would they just give you
Yeah.
a credit
Yeah.
card with like a big ass credit limit, and they're like, you don't need to pay it off?
It could be a gas card.
Yeah,
you know?
that's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I get the car to travel
Okay.
to skate spots.
Free food.
I have the gas paid for all the time.
Yeah.
It'd be sick to be on like Airbnb or something, or like wait a minute, you know,
Dude.
the Hilton or something, the Hyatt.
This is like NASCAR style
Yeah,
sponsors.
this is
right here.
sick.
Skateboarders should have these types of sponsors.
Yeah,
Yeah.
diversify
You know?
that portfolio.
We're in the goddamn Olympics.
yeah,
Yeah.
You
That's
know?
true.
Okay, that's
True.
4. That's 4,
know?
right?
And then Levi's. Just throw that out there.
They have
But-
a whole state team, don't they? Have a whole state program.
they
right?
don't.
Oh, not anymore.
No.
Didn't they for a little bit, or am I tripping? I thought
They
a
did
second.
for a sec.
Okay, they got in and got out.
I mean, you guys ran them out the biz with your goods.
Oh,
you know?
Yeah, baby.
let's
Yeah.
go.
Seager,
Yeah.
number 1.
Taking
We're
them
playing
on.
footsies now.
What's up?
We're the 6th. If you could have a 6th,
Yeah, we're the sixth. We're
Yeah.
the sixth man.
Well, like I've only worn like the bottoms,
Yeah.
like the denims,
oh yeah,
for so long.
yeah.
Sweet.
And that's
awesome.
it. So I'm just like,
We got,
whatever.
we got a package for you right here.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Just waiting there for you.
Yeah.
Just sitting there.
Just staring at you.
There's probably coming it.
I would hope. I would hope
Jeez,
there was.
dude.
You know?
Gross.
We should spray it with that
Forensic.
shit.
Yeah.
That is gross.
But shit, I don't know. Even like, there's so many that you would want to be on. You know.
Yeah.
Oh,
for
yeah.
sure. You named some great
I mean,
ones.
those
but
are 5 dream sponsors right there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Amex too.
I like
That's
those answers.
Of all the
What's
credit
your
cards.
answers, Case?
Gosh, I don't know.
He's all Amex.
I don't know. I got to move on to the next
You know what I'm saying?
question.
Delta. Come on. Like, there's so many.
Yeah,
where-
airline would be a sick one.
Yeah.
Delta would
But
be sick.
car would be sick. I feel like Ford.
Travel,
I hate
gas,
Ford.
airline,
Yeah.
a food.
Chevron and Ford.
I did like a lotion company,
Jergens. Yeah.
That was funny.
Some
Thanks,
Jergens.
Jergens.
Maybe like a beef company, like a fucking meat
Like chompers.
chompers or something
Yeah.
would be sick.
Jack Links.
Jack Links would be sick
Yeah.
'cause they got the
I think
Sasquatch
like
thing.
Snake River Farms would be.
That'd be
sick.
nice.
Like just
That's
like a
bougie.
bunch of Wagyu, you know? Just
Oh
have
my
it
God.
in your
Endless
See, that's what I'm
Wagyu.
talking about.
Yeah.
And then like a Traeger maybe.
Yeah. I mean,
Traeger and like a beef gas truck.
you like don't need Traeger as a sponsor though. You just
Zin.
need the one Traeger.
You just
and you're
need one
good.
Traeger.
Yeah,
I
one
want like a
Traeger.
window glass company.
Okay.
Never have too many windows. You know what I
So
mean?
you're getting lotion in a window? What's your program, bro? You're just like coming on windows and windows. And
Artist.
windows.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just trying to be
Different-
creative here.
Different
you know?
form of art.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Alright,
You know those like Chinese finger tortures? I would love
Finger
that.
traps, yeah.
That'd be a good sponsor.
Good one.
All right, I'm gonna move on to the next question.
Yeah.
What the fuck, dude?
At ConJCAD. ConJCAD? ConJCAD.
Conjure.
Favorite trick you've landed?
Your mom.
Oh, dude.
Talking to me, right?
Oh,
Sorry,
Damn,
I love
bro.
you, Kelly.
That's like a sixth
Favorite
grade
trick
joke.
you
dude.
landed?
Yeah, no.
I mean,
could be.
I mean,
anything.
there's like 360 flip nose blunt on Clipper because of the
Damn.
amount of torture that I went through with that. But the funny thing is that's one trick. I always go through that same exact torture with every trick.
Yeah, yeah.
You know?
Can we pull that trick up and watch it?
I watched that like
Where
17
can we see
times
that?
this morning.
What am I looking
It was
for?
awesome. It was 7 a.m. and I watched it
What-
7
is it-
times.
Can we just type in
you
Clipper?
can just search
Huh.
David Reyes, thank you skateboards, and it should pop up.
Why is it called Clipper?
I don't even know. It's not.
Basketball.
I don't even know if it's. I think it might be like the name of the street it's on or
Okay.
something.
I personally like I think it was
Yeah.
what's it called, like battles or the video that came out where it like basically shows the whole story of you doing it.
Oh, the My War.
My War. Yeah.
Yeah, and you get to just like tell your sobbing story about
Yeah,
it. You're just
that
like,
was sick.
Jesus Christ, I don't know what I was doing. It was crazy. I stopped eating cookies.
Well,
If you fast forward to the end,
So this trick,
Yeah,
I don't know
this-
if you guys know
this
this,
one.
but he was filming for it. Flew out to San Francisco like 7 times, and
Not
then-
like 7 times.
actually 7 times.
well,
and then
I flew 3 times.
okay, 3 times, but
And
he
I
was out there
drove the
7
other times.
Joe 4
Um,
times.
and he got fully robbed, like
Damn.
by gunpoint.
Yeah,
Damn.
gunpoint, robbed a
Yeah,
whole bit.
in San Francisco.
San Francisco, bro.
There it is.
Really?
That was it.
So I mean, obviously, if you like watch my 9 Club, I get in depth with that one. But
Yeah.
it's like that's one trick out of how long is that part? 5 minutes and 41 seconds, and you subtract the 41 because it's probably
Yeah.
like B-roll and other
Yeah,
shit. So
yeah.
5 minutes. That's one trick that I went back to 7 times. But the circumstances of it, like I flew out there 2 or 3 times for 24 hours.
Damn.
Literally went there to try that trick for
Crazy.
till I
You got
was
robbed within
fucked.
24 hours.
The funny thing is too, you're not even like happy when you land it. You're more so relieved.
I'm just
You're
glad
like,
it's over.
"Oh,
Yeah, I'm just like, you gotta
I
be shitting
did
me.
it."
But again, there's like more to it. Like
Watch this expression.
Yeah, you just
like,
grab your head. You're like,
Oh, yes.
there's a sense of relief. Like I
Yeah.
don't have to come back.
Yeah.
And then the hockey team, fucking
Yeah.
sick. Yeah, boys.
Yeah, good dudes right there.
hell yeah.
Yeah,
That's your security. from
that was my
robbery.
security. Yeah.
On that last time there, the 7th time, how many tries did it take you?
Well, I landed it on the 7th try that I stuck it.
Whoa.
The 7th one that I stuck.
Okay.
But I mean, I might have been trying it for like 2 hours that day. The other times were like
Wild.
3 hours, 4 hours.
Yeah.
And I mean, I had to rent a car. I had to buy the wood. I had to get tie downs to fucking put wood on top of the rental.
Jeez.
You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
stash the wood there. I bought a hammer and some nails and like.
Yeah.
So there was a process that went into doing that one thing, and
Went through the ringer.
so of course that one's gonna be like one of my most prized possessions that I had landed.
Yeah.
But again,
Makes
that's
sense.
one trick that I've had to deal with shit like that. It was just
Oh,
I didn't
damn
have to
point.
like fly there all the time, and
Did it break the internet?
it did.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's what we
Hell yeah.
want.
yeah.
Did you get a lot of texts the next day when it came out? The day.
Lots of text. Yes, social media definitely popped off, but
Yeah.
this was also like at a time where like I hadn't put anything out in a while, and had been floating like aimlessly without a board sponsor, and I was just gonna be skate. I was gonna skate at the level that I wanted to skate at because of how I grew up. I
Right.
watched the greats do their thing, and I skateboarding is my first true love, and I decided that no matter what, with sponsors or without, I'm going to do it the way that I want to do it.
Yeah.
But yeah, so this was a project that I got a board sponsor with close friends and was able to actually put something out. So this, in theory, was my rediscovered, in a sense.
Yeah.
You
Got
know,
it.
this brought my skate career back up and like made me relevant.
So you weren't on Thank You back then.
I wasn't on Thank You. No,
Oh, wasn't?
I was aimlessly going. So
Didn't you land it on the clipper on a Thank You?
I landed it on a Thank You board. Yeah.
Crazy.
So a majority of this, like you'll notice, there's like some spray painted boards. And then obviously there's like I have like a board that I spray painted pink with like pink wheels, and that's like breast cancer awareness month. So like I just skated pink boards with pink wheels. But I mean that's Dane right there.
Oh, nice.
So I mean, and there's the Coors factory.
Yeah.
Hey,
Hell
sick.
yeah.
But like a lot of it is blank boards that I had spray painted. And then that was my first actual pro board, which was on this smaller company called Dog. And yeah, but as far as like a company that has respect within skating, with like the people that started the company that also have respect because they are the greats, like Daewon Song, the fucking greatest skateboarder alive, and Tori Pudwill, the most technical and greatest skateboarder alive. That's their company, and I skate for it.
Damn.
And that was my part that I got to put out for them,
Damn.
with them. And like I said, a friend and I have this thing where it's like, how are you gonna get rediscovered? You got to, like, it's a periodic thing. You got to get rediscovered. How are you gonna reinvent yourself?
Yeah.
So that was like my reinventing of myself, and
Yeah.
I actually had input on a lot of that, and I never really had hands-on on a project that I was able to like be proud of. So I was like, you do your footage, you get your shit, you do all the time, and someone takes charge of editing it. Maybe you have like some 2 cents here and there, but for the most part, I was like sitting down with Dan Stoling, who edited the part, and like expressed like how I wanted it to feel, and like there needs to be a heartbeat and there needs to be soul put into it, and it translates out of a project, whether it's art or music. You know that there's actual intention to make you feel something when it gives you that buzz. And then obviously sitting down with Jordan Jones, who had made the song, it was like therapy sessions, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was
that's
like,
awesome.
here's my life, this is it, and he wrote the song.
Crazy.
He made the song for me.
Damn.
He did all 3 of those songs.
Damn.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's powerful.
There he is.
All right. Our local legend, Justin Huggs, a.k.a. Justin Hughes, our local skate legend. There are rumors that you are allegedly very good at taking knobs and skate stoppers off.
I
Are
like
they
the
true?
allegedly.
Legend, yeah,
Yeah.
that's the thing here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fucking great at it.
You know?
Terrible question.
Process there.
I love power tools. I like it's just another form of art, you know?
Yeah. You should collect those fucking things and then like sculpt them into something,
Yeah.
right? Because they're just those little
I
metal
had-
fucking things, right?
Well, there's different shapes in all of them.
Oh,
you know?
fuck.
And some are welded and some are screwed on, and like.
Damn.
How
But
do
the
you get rid of
thing,
the welded?
the thing with the ones that are welded, you get to use your angle grinder,
Damn.
and you get to like shape the metal, and you know, like you get to polish it and make
Gets
it
into
like
your steel
pretty.
thing too.
Yeah, and also like
Steel fetish.
the smell and like I don't know. I just really love it.
Damn.
And you know what's funny is I treat it like I'm a serial killer.
Yeah.
Like
Just wearing like
Lay
a
it
full
all
fucking.
out.
Yeah.
I don't wear. I do it in broad daylight.
Yeah.
You know, hiding in plain sight.
Yeah.
You know,
Exactly.
so it's like,
Damn.
you do the research to find the spot. You go look at the spot, so you're like technically stalking your victim.
Yeah.
And then you go like you know
Trench
how
coat.
like this car leaves this place at this time. You know what I mean? Like security switches at this time,
Fuck,
and you're
dude.
able to like do this. But then also I want to do it well.
Yeah.
And with that, I want the spot to look better.
Yeah.
So it's like not obvious that this thing is removed.
You're bettering the community.
I'm bettering it because you cut your hand on it. It's not
Yeah.
that good.
Yeah.
So it's like you take them off, you smooth it out, you polish the whole rail,
Oh fuck! Repaint it.
repaint
Fuck
it,
it. Yeah.
make it look better.
You're like a skate
You know?
detective.
Study
You're
the
like-
forensics and analyze the situation to make it better.
Exactly.
That's what we want to do. Yeah.
Damn.
And then you get to skate it and you get to share it only amongst your group
Yeah.
because you put in the hard work and you
Yeah.
risked it
Damn.
for gang.
I can't
Damn.
believe there's a fucking.
So you
team.
really are. You're like, you love this.
Oh,
you
yeah.
love taking those knobs off.
I
and
do,
skate
yeah.
stopper.
Oh,
You
yeah.
take-
Yeah.
You take them
Hell
off,
yeah.
but
The
it's
knob
only for your
stopper.
gang. So once you guys stop
Put
skating,
them back
you
on.
put it back on.
Exactly.
Just re-knob it. But see, the
Re-knob
thing
it.
is that you don't just put it out in the open. You know, It's like if you go there with the intentions to fix something, it's been fixed.
Yeah.
It's just like you have to solely go there knowing like that spot is not skatable anymore.
Damn.
But you go there with the intentions to liberate it and make it skatable again, and then someone already did the work for you.
Damn,
That's
hell
fucking
yeah.
awesome.
But you had the intentions of doing it. I'm not going to tell everyone like, oh, I fixed all these spots. It's like,
But they know. You should leave a little mark, like a serial killer mark. Like
I know.
They know, like, oh fuck, David was here.
yeah. And what's funny is I did have the trophies. I did
them.
keep knobs. Like I have a
call.
couple that were from like historical rails that I was just like one clip that is embedded in my brain. Like I kept the knob from
That's
that
a
rail.
great call.
You know what I mean?
Great call. It's a little trophy.
All right, this one's from Ale Roman numeral 10 DeBoer
Okay.
303. I'm just kidding. Alex DeBoer 303. Is that
What's
Danish?
303 area
I
code?
think it's
Colorado.
Danish.
Oh, here we go.
I
Yeah.
think it's Danish.
DeBoer, Danish.
I'm thinking. I
De
think it's
Boer.
a Coloradan
De Boer.
Danish guy.
Anyways,
Alex Gabriel.
what was the first rail you hit that you were super proud of? No question mark. That's a statement.
Yeah.
P.S. Shout out Denver.
Yeah, Rado.
Woo.
The first, like my first street rail was like me and Angel used to skate Auraria campus, which is the college off of Colfax and right there in downtown Denver.
Hell yeah.
We would skate like this 4-stair rail that had a kink, and that was my first rail. But the first one that I was proud of was the Civic Center 5 rail because it was in all the videos that Angel and I grew up watching. That was like, those are our guys, We got to hit that rail one day.
Yeah.
Where's Civic Centers in Denver as well?
Downtown Denver, yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
Shout out Denver.
It's all right there. Yeah.
Damn. Damn.
The beginning.
The beginning.
Yeah.
Origins. That's insane.
Yeah. Dang, dude. Well, I guess we hit our hour mark, and we're basically kind of going to wrap it up from here. But thank you so much for coming in.
Wrap it up.
Yeah.
Dude.
Exactly.
Fucking
He knows
fun
about
talking
that.
to you. What?
Wrapping it up.
He doesn't know
Wow.
about wrapping it up.
Yeah, that's true. Just coming on Windows.
Yeah.
Gotta stop doing that. You really gotta stop doing that.
Well, Chinese finger traps,
Yeah.
lotion, and Windows. 3 best sponsors you can have.
3 best.
Well,
Exactly.
Jergens.
other than this road trip you got coming up, like anything else coming up that you want to talk about?
There's a thank you full length video that will
Hell
come
yeah.
out in November, and then
Sick.
the amenities that comes with that. So it's like Thrasher interview and stuff like that.
Dope.
So yeah, in November.
It automatically comes with a Thrasher like feature, basically.
Well, it's gonna be with Thrasher.
Sick.
So it'll be the thank you full length video presented by Thrasher.
Nice.
So I mean, the goal is to have an interview cover and all that stuff.
Damn.
yeah.
So
End of the year.
they're on board because we're doing stuff with them.
Awesome.
Is there
Sounds
any-
huge.
Is there any tricks that you're open to talk about that you're trying to work on?
No,
No.
that blows the surprise.
Yeah. What the
I bet
fuck?
you are working on something.
Oh yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I'm always working on something.
Yeah. Like
Do you have like a
same way-
list?
same
Do you
way
like
as-
write it?
I have a
down
kill
in
list.
Notebook?
Yeah.
Oh,
And
God.
see, all my tools, I keep them in a kill bag.
Damn,
So it's like,
dude.
Crazy.
You're a hitman.
Yeah, you're a hitman.
I'm
That
a
should be your
hitman.
nickname, bro.
someone recently was like, you guys are like a mercenary crew. It's crazy. Because you watch Braden's Cold Call, and it's like, he's fixing the hubba, I'm fixing the crack, I'm cutting shit off rails, and then like we're all doing something.
Yeah.
This is why I would put these dudes together, is
Yeah.
because I can do all this by myself, but if we all do it together, we facilitate each other, and
Yeah.
we're also able to like, we're not wasting so much time.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
know,
You guys should label yourselves that way. You know?
The hitmen.
mercenaries. The
Yeah.
hitmen or something.
Mercenary.
it's super illegal, so we're just like, you know? But if you're gonna better the situation, it's like
Everyone wins.
we clean up after ourselves.
Yeah.
I sand all the rust off of the rail. You
yeah.
know, no one can sue you officially because of the rust and then getting a disease or some bullshit
it's
from
true.
that. You know, an
You're welcome.
infection.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you're welcome.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Thank you.
But yeah, thank you full length. November 15th, I think, is
Hell
like
yeah.
our thing. So,
Damn.
and I'm not even sure if that's like a solid hard date.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
what I've been told.
Yeah.
Obviously, deadline. You need music rights because good music makes good skate videos, and it doesn't ruin your footage that you
Yeah.
put so much heart into.
Yeah.
So you got to get music rights cleared, get everyone paid that filmed it. A lot of things going on. Not my job to do that, but it's in my blood to try to help facilitate these things and
Yeah.
trying to find artists that are like either on the come up or like that's kind of what I like to do. I'd rather use like an artist that is coming up versus like an artist that's already established, you know?
Yeah.
Because the platform that Thrasher's on is like massive. So it's great for the band, it's great for the skateboarder, and it's great for the company, and then everyone wins in the end.
Fuck yeah.
That's rad. I'm stoked to see it.
Yeah, same.
Very
I'm
stoked.
stoked to be done.
Yeah.
God
right?
damn it. Yeah.
Hell
Oh
yeah.
yeah. Well, thank you again. Appreciate
Yeah,
it.
thanks for having me, and
Yeah.
thank you guys for your time.
There we go.